e Stefano che deve tenerlo in 1 contro 1, dobbiamo mettere in pressione. Qualsiasi cosa succeda non protestiamo mai con gli arbitri, non mi incurano. Non protestiamo mai, non perché...
Dai insieme, dai.
Anche quando andiamo in rotazione anche con i lunghi su quelli che tirano, ok? Grande energia, andiamo Gai!
Dai, insieme!
1, 2, 3!
Taglia, forza!
Up. Attack. Okay, let's go. Fight strong. Focus on defense, defense. Go, let's go. Let's go, Lama Filipinos.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the starting five of Italy. 7, Stefano Tocchi. 9, Niccolo Belli. 13, Simone Fontecchio. And 33, Achille Polonara.
And now the starting five for Gilas Filipinas. 6, Jordan Clarkson. 11, Kai Soto. 16, R.R. Pagoy. 24, Dwight Ramos. 34, AJ Edmond. goes speed to the
Point guard, pressurein mo ha. Pressure from the back door. When the ball is on the wing, stay square. When the ball is square, don't be blue. Be square on the wings. Be square on the wings, ha. Don't give a side. Don't give a side. Pick and roll in the middle.
Again, you know, you really have to appreciate a person like John Marco Mazzecco. He is a showman, a great coach. He was a former great player. But at the moment, so far he's doing a good job of just trying to maintain his emotions.
Well, you know, definitely not the start they wanted to see. The Philippines playing as well as I've seen them. Obviously, having the crowd behind them is important. Big stretch here, though, with Clarkson not coming out after the timeout. So they're going to have to weather the storm a little bit, see if they can hang on to that lead.
Well, we got Scotty Thompson in the game, the most valuable player from the PBA under Ginebra. Payola also checking in for the Italians. It's interesting, taking Jordan Clarkson out of the game. Molinaro takes a three, can't get it. They do battling for the rebound, fighting. They're on the ground, the Italians come up with it. Remember, Philippines must win by 12 points. Italians Anything less than that, they'll go through the second place. This is good ball move to get the 3 in the corner. And Coach sharing is caring on that ball reversal.
Yeah, really nice ball movement there, finding Fontecchio in the wing, and another 3 there for Fontecchio. So looks like he's found his range.
Without Clarkson in the game, you got to wonder, where's the scoring going to come from? And an offensive foul. This is what I don't understand here. You know, you need to have Jordan Clarkson. Why would you take him to the bench at this moment?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. You know, you had the timeout. I think that's an opportunity for him to catch his breath. You would have gotten another little rest there at the end of the quarter.
That was a 3-pointer. Fontecchio, huge fan favorite back in Italian basketball, making it to the NBA. Remember, he had a brief stint playing for Alba Berlin. And Gigi Ditome also checking in for the Italians. Missouri with a chance now to retake the lead. Ditome comes off the screen. 3 is up, no good. Very well contested by Dwight Ramos. Alonso now getting a ball reversal. Renzo Bando, who I thought was probably the key player that almost saw the comeback from the Philippines. Thompson going in and around. And the Italians with a chance to break. Fontecchio penetrated now, nowhere to go. Dish up, finds Melly, gets rejected! Well, again, and that's going to be a foul called against. I believe that's against Gigi Ditome, but oh my goodness. Well, when you take a vacation to Manila, you got to know where you're wanted. He says not. Well, I think there's some of the contact there, maybe.
Yeah, that's a close call there, but you know, nice job from the help defender there, Malonzo.
Well, Jamie Malonzo, very exciting play. If you saw him in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, the game against Lebanon, had that phenomenal coast-to-coast dunk. Well, Fontecchio going to the bench, take a breather. Jordan Clarkson also coming back into the game for the Philippines. Spezia coming in for the Italians. Well, this is going to be a big moment now. Thompson in the backcourt along with Jordan Clarkson. Renzo Bando also in the game. Both teams locked in an 18 apiece. Clarkson, quick 3. Can't get it. But an easy, quick rebound. Now the Azzurri will try to break here. Patience needs to be the build-up now. The Chinese don't need to rush anything. Dump down. Good defense by Clarkson. Clarkson comes up with it. Now, can he finish this one? Well, almost threw it away. Thompson comes up with it. Abando wide open. 3 is up. 3 is good. And again, this crowd loving the fact the Philippines have made their 5th 3-point field goal.
Yeah, and it's not just making shots. They're playing with a lot more energy and intensity than we've seen from them.
They're trying to get Melly in the low post. Richie Borvessel, Paola wide open, takes it front eye, but another offensive board. Over a minute to go now. Potential 2 for 1 here for the Italians. And they almost turned it over. Ditome looking for that mismatch. Ditome goes to the mid-range. They pulled the foul there, so it's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Gigi Ditome. And just listen to these home fans.
Yeah, you know, we saw this against the Dominican Republic where Italy would find that perimeter matchup, try to post them up, whether it was Fontecchio or Ditome. Right now, Gilas very small with the lineup they have on the floor, although you do see Jumar checking in at the 5, but their 1 through 4s are much smaller than the Italians, so I would expect to see more of these post isolations.
Well, excellent call by our officials there. Clear contact when Renzo Bando made the challenge on Gigi Ditome's mid-range. Veteran makes them both. Kile Polonara coming back into the game for Nicolo Melli. So the Italians at the moment, Gianpaolo Ricci. Here's the thing for the Philippines. Every time Scotty Thompson's played in the backcourt, you know, he's not naturally a point guard in the PBA. He plays as a 2 guard. And you can see at times he does it, like in this case, turns it over.
Yeah, he's been a little shaky in this World Cup playing that 1 so far.
Clarkson with the rebound.
Clarkson trying to settle them down, play for the last shot here, and I do think Gilas is better when he's their primary ball handler. He's shown he'll make the right play if teams do try to trap him, and so far, Gilas has been able to knock down those shots when he has kicked it out.
Wants to go for the fadeaway, mid-range, can't get it. Juma pump fakes. He's got to make a move now. Takes mid-range fadeaway, got it! Right at the end of the first quarter, Salamat Juma Fajardo, right at the dying moments, and just listen to these fans. Well, Basel fans, welcome to the Manila. This is what we like to say, mabuhay to the thriller in Manila by Juma Fajardo, the San Miguel Beerman with the fadeaway.
Yeah, great way to finish the quarter. Offensive rebound, the putback, but just the overall flow for Gilas has been the best we've seen so far in this World Cup.
Basket is valid, okay? After review, the basket is valid, 2 points count. Thank you.
Well, the basket will count, so Gilas leading by 3 points. Remember, Basel fans, if you're just tuning in, Dominican Republic have top Group A. They've swept all the teams, Angola, Philippines, and Italy. But Gilas Filipinas must win by 12 to get that second spot.
Like the toy guy, Melly.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, Coach, I mean, this has been a good tempo from the Philippines, but it's going to be maintaining that energy and shooting from the perimeter all night long.
No question, but I just like the flow of this group. You know, they've looked a little shaky at times in their first 2 games, trying to find an identity, especially when Clarkson was off the ball. You know, this group coming out with a lot of confidence, a lot of energy. They've gone a little more athletic, which I think has been a good move for them.
Here's some of the key highlights from the first quarter. Stefano Tonut. I mean, that's just textbook poor defense right there. No help side, no pressure on the ball whatsoever. You can't allow that, but, you know, credit to the Philippines. They have responded well.
Yeah, you know, I think obviously they understand the moment. Really feeding off of this crowd early on, but showing a lot of composure there with their offense that has been lacking up until now.
And that was a bad one there as well because there was a turnover. Clarkson did everything right to, you know, put Melly off the layup. Only one player running back to try and go in for a secure rebound.
Yeah, that was a frustrating play there for the Philippines, but you know, you see some of these guys stepping up. Ramos there with the spin. Soto gave them good minutes as well, and of course we always expect Clarkson to deliver.
Well, the home crowd really enjoying the occasion. There is the QR code for Courtside 1891. Use that QR code to get the best stream schedules and scores, the official platform for the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Courtside 1891. Use that QR code today. The 19th edition of world's highest competition. 45 years ago, I mean, we weren't even born at that point, but in this arena, the former Yugoslavia lifted the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And at the moment, the Laba Pilipinas, Puso, fighting for their campaign. Another change in the backcourt. Kiefer Ravena playing point guard for Gilas. Ryan Ranzabando. Ryan's trying to penetrate. Almost losing it. Ren's looking for the isolation now. Elevates high enough, doesn't go. Foul's called. And again, you just see why wasn't Ren's playing enough in the first 2 games. The athleticism on this young man, he is just a step quicker than most players.
Well, he definitely brings a great intensity level on the defensive end. Not sure offensively, though, they want to see him isolating like that on the perimeter. I think he's lucky there to have drawn the foul.
Well, I had the fortune of seeing Renz play for Anyang KGC at the East Asian Super League in February. Well, his team took home the championship. They also won in a 7-game series against SK Seoul Knights in the Korean Basketball League. Good, is he really enjoying life in Korea at the moment? But this is both free throws, and again, they just can't afford to waste these opportunities. Italians now trailing by 3, but if the score was to stay like this, they would take that second spot with the Dominican Republic. Richie goes in, almost missed that one, but again, a nice execution.
Yeah, that's a great pocket bounce there from Spisu.
Find Ranzabando yet again. Ravena here on the ball. Pulling up for another wild three-point thing. It's a wild shot, but they counted. That's point number 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big shot, but we're seeing that offense go to kind of what we saw in the first 2 games. Not really the looks that you want to be generating. Clarkson not getting the ball in his hands. Big shot there from Datomi.
Oh, nice response from Gigi. Absolutely right, though. I mean, it is a case of seeing the traditional European style of basketball. It's almost a PBA brand of basketball. Again, they turn it over yet again. Now Gigi here in transition. Kicking out, finding Spacey, pump fakes. Goes up in the mid-range, rattles in and out, can't get it. Still a 1-point lead. Rand's going down to Juma. Juma goes up and misses another one. Well, the Italians trying to settle into their game. Trailing by 1. The team's twice won the FIBA Eurobasket. Actually won the FIBA World Cup. Roscoe finds Paiola. Baseline kicks out Richie. Richie tries a 3. 4 is up, and the 3 is good. 2-point lead to the Azzurri.
Yeah, and that's what Richie does best. Pick and pop big. Gilas looked a little discombobulated there with their matchups. Jumar somehow ending up on the perimeter there with Richie.
And finding Clarkson. Clarkson looking to isolate. Spinning, goes up for a one-legged shot, can't get it. Now he's going to be pushing it back. Save. The Italians bailed out the Filipinos on that one.
Yeah, but the flow that they had in that first quarter has been lost here in the second. You know, they haven't really been able to get a lot of ball and player movement, a lot of isolation, taking shots they don't really want. They need to get back to some of that chemistry they were showing in the first quarter. Maybe need to get Ito back into the game as well as Soto. Find that same mix of guys that were playing so well to start this game out.
They got to get the ball inbound. Juma's got to go to work here. Finds Kiefer off a ball screen. Keep it out, kicks out. Alonso doesn't take many 3-pointers. With that one. Italians with a 2-point lead, come up with a loose ball. Molinaro, it's just way too easy. It's going to be a foul, so 2 shots coming up. That's excellent execution by the Italians. Transition, just how quickly they're able to get the ball up the floor. And also, they have like a Kile Molinaro. He likes to go end-to-end.
Yeah, you know, part of that, though, the poor offense there from the Philippines. So a little bit of an unexpected perimeter shot there from Alonso. Guys aren't in position. As a result of that, Italy able to cash in.
Think about it now. If he makes this free throw, it's going to be a 16-point deficit that the Filipinos will have to try and overcome. Molinaro makes both free throws. Antonio and Gianmarco Bezzecco look on. Energy's gone very low here from the home crowd. Something just to inspire them. Ravenna pulls up in mid-range, takes it, doesn't get it. Alonso, the follow-up is good, and just gets it to rattle in. That's why you go up for second chances.
Yeah, and that's more his game. He's got to be a hustle-type player. Go and get it off the O boards. Go and get it in transition.
They're using the bull screen. Trying to find Molinaro. Got it by Clarkson. Crosco finds Fontecchio. After he's going to be a little bit wide off, and Molinaro only able to secure that one.
But these are those stretches when they have Clarkson off the ball. Haven't really seen a set play that they're comfortable with that's getting him looks. Too often he's just standing in the corner almost like a decoy. They've got to make sure they're getting him involved.
Finding Ramos. Ramos pulls up for another Hail Mary three-pointer. Nothing dropping, Clarkson fighting, and now the Italians come up with it. That's going to be a blocking foul against Kiefer Ravenna. Good job by Paiola there just to initiate that contact. 6:21 to go. The Italians leading by 2 points.
Yeah, again, these are not the shots the Philippines really want. Nice job here from Pajola to push tempo, but these are being created by the poor offense from the Philippines. Too much isolation play, deep threes from the Filipino players. They need to execute in the half court, make sure that Clarkson is featured there.
Go pick a pop now. Ellie checking back in. Kicks out, good Bowman. Fontecchio tries another 3. Can't get this one. Good rotation on defense. Italians moving the ball effectively. Nowhere to go. The boy just fresh off the bench, another 3-pointer. has been the story of the game so far for the Philippines. Good defense coming from the Italians, but you know, is it a case of confidence or just maybe a case of not evaluating the game? The boy's just fresh off the bench, and that's not even a wide open look.
Well, you know, I'm okay with that one. He's a catch and shoot guy, as created by Clarkson. It's really more the ones that were coming off the dribble with Clarkson never touching the ball. I think they have to understand what their roles are on this team. Make sure they value every possession.
Sideline ball to the Philippines, trailing by 2. Fajardo being heavily smothered on defense by Nicolo Melli. 6 on the shot clock. Malonzo's got to get something. Takes a step back, shot is up, no good, and the Philippines fighting for another offensive board. Ramos wide open, takes another one, and again can't get it. Well, that's 4 3-pointers they just haven't been able to convert. Fonseca trying to find the space, got it by his Utah Jazz teammate. Melli's going to get, well, no, it's going to be a foul again. Well, 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup there for Jumar. Interesting that we have not seen Gilas go to zone defense at all, especially when Jumar's in the game. Although you see him coming out now for Kai Soto, but it's going to be tough for him to match up with these perimeter bigs from Italy, all of which can shoot.
So checking back in for Jumar Fajardo. Nicolo Melli, one of the prime-time top Italian players you're going to find of this generation. Reminds you of former Italian player Cittadini, who did play for Benetton Treviso back in 2007. Yeah, Soto just getting completely boxed out, and that's just the case there. I mean, I don't know what you say to the young man. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be tougher.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Just checked in the game. There's a level of physicality, especially against the European teams, that you have to know coming in. Fontecchio just out-hustling him there to that rebound.
Well, shot taking no chances. Doesn't want to go with a smaller lineup too long. So AJ Edu coming back in. Fontecchio missed the free throw. Players now just need to make sure the pressure doesn't get to them in the occasion. Makes the second one. Well, we got to get the ball inbound. Again, that's how it's just going, Raul. So I don't understand that case. If you're trying to individually get over, why not set a screen for each other up or something?
Well, you know, the inbound defender for Italy helping to deny. Gilas should be ready, though. Italy has shown full court pressure in most of their tune-up games coming into the World Cup.
Big play now. Spisu going to the basket, kicks out. Richie's made 1-3, doesn't get this one. Fox is saying his contact. He's got to get the ball up the court. He's going to get an 8-second violation. He's not careful. Finds Ramos. Got it by Spisu. Ramos, nowhere to go. Goes in a finger and I missed a layup. I think with the offensive board, Bumps goes up and he can't convert it. That's not a bad foul because Ramos isn't exactly, AJ Edu's not the best free throw shooter on the planet.
Yeah, Melli actually doing a nice job there deflecting the ball. I don't think Ramos missed it. I think Melli comes in here and knocks it off the rim.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Well, that's close. You know, you're allowed to take it off the rim, but you can't take it if it's inside the cylinder. So that was pretty close there.
Well, AJ Edu played at the University of Toledo, where he has suffered numerous knee injuries. Featured for the Philippines under-18s team in 2018 alongside Kai Soto. And then at the 2019, together they were phenomenal. Can't make the second free throw. Philippines, no more fouls to give. Under 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. The Italians leading by 3. Turn now. Turns it over. Broxton's got to go to himself here. Kicks out. The boys made 2 threes, but he steps out of bounds. I know that's where they want to go, but Broxton's got to take that to the rack.
Well, you know, I actually like the decision. He was crowded. He created a wide open look, which Pagoy knocked out. Pagoy's got to do a better job of knowing where that line is. You know, part of being a wing is understanding that condensed spacing there in the corner. Something you need to drill to make sure your feet are set when that ball comes there.
Missouri still holding on to a 3-point lead. BC kicking out the Fontecchio. He'll never lack confidence. Tries another one. 6-1 from downtown. And now Charles has to call timeout. Because now it's an 18-point deficit they have to come back from.
Well, big three here from Fontecchio, and that's now his third three of the game. So you see him getting out of the shooting woes that he had the previous two games, coming back to form.
Quiet. Jordan. Roger. Okay, AJ. Okay, screen, Kai. For Dwight coming out. And then screen again. For Kai. Going hard. Kai rolling to the basket. Okay, let's run that. And then on defense, we just gotta close out some more. Close out harder. And rebound, Kai. Missed free throw. We can't make those mistakes. We can't make those mistakes. On the missed free throw.
Well, here's been the perimeter shooting. As you mentioned, 3-3-point field goals coming for Simone Fontecchio. Where he has struggled to find his rhythm of the perimeter at the moment. It's looking very scary for the Philippines.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely returned to form here. Really nice kick out there from Melli to find him. And you know, Italy's done a nice job of creating these open looks for him, which normally he has knocked down. So nice to see him starting out well here.
6-point lead to the Missouri. That is an 18-point cushion. Remember, Philippines must win by 12 points. Trying to deal with the full court pressure. Well, gotta get the ball inbound. It's just looking very tough for the Philippines.
Yeah, they have to expect that pressure. Same look we saw before. Just a full court pickup with the inbound defender turn to deny. Often just flashing your big up to receive it can help. They've got their four-man taking it out in Edu, so Soda needs to present a target for them so the guards aren't just left on an island there.
Well, 6-point deficit. They got to try and get this back down to, well, if they can take the lead by all means possible, but 18 points in total they must climb back from. Clarkson here, the main ball handler. There you go, that's been the story there. Another illegal screen set. God, I absolutely appreciate everything about Stefano Tonin. I mean, he is just an ultimate warrior. Gives you man-to-man defense, but also offensively, he is relentless in attacking the basket.
Yeah, really tough competitor. One of their better athletes, sticking his nose there in that pick-and-roll defense.
Well, big offense now for the Italians. Leading by 6 points. Fontecchio's got 3 threes. Oh, gets it. No, they're going to call this one. No, warning technical. 2 points count. Well, coach, just break it down. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't like that call at all. There's definitely contact. There hadn't been any kind of flopping warning prior to that, and he could have at least said that the basket wasn't good. You know, this is going to be a tough 3-point play here.
Spicer makes a free throw. Now becomes more and more of a mountain to climb. The Italians again relentlessly putting the full court pressure on. Renzo Bando about to come back in for the Philippines.
Yeah, and they're playing into their hands. By having their big man take it out, you can see Polonaro will just turn and try to deny one of the guards. Well, they've taken Soto out now, so.
Find Reds here. Structuring the offense is what they've lacked. Bando finding a bit of an opening. Pulls up in the mid-range. Takes this one again. 6-shot one. And he elevates so high on his mid-range. 7-point deficit. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Tony again crossing over. Wraps around. A beautiful move there by Stefano Tonut.
Yeah, but Pagoy's got to understand, Tonut is a driver. He's got to cushion him better, make him beat him from the perimeter.
Wants to go baseline. No one to kick out to it. Again, it's another turnover. Italian's looking to push this one. Fontecchio's made 3 threes. Can't get it. That's going to be another careless foul. This is good for the Italians now. Really asserting themselves as a dominant team here in the first half.
Yeah, and you know, this small lineup for Gilas had some problems earlier too. You see Jumar checking into the game now.
Well, Jumar Fajardo probably is going to try to match up with, I would say, Nicolo Melli. You go with a 2 big lineup. Fontecchio currently at the free throw line. Always seems very calm and relaxed, doesn't he? Very emotionless person.
Yeah, that's true. You know, even going back to his days at Alba Berlin when I was coaching against him, very even-keeled, young player then playing in the EuroLeague, and you could see his future was going to be bright.
Well, extends it now to a double-digit lead. It's now a 23-point deficit. Abando spinning, gets run another foul, and this is good for the Philippines because they'll go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be against Marcus Risu. The Italians need to be careful they don't give away too many silly fouls this game. They've got to make sure they have shown composure at all times.
Yeah, you know, I think especially knowing, obviously Philippines had the hot start, but generally speaking, their shooting hasn't been a strength, so you really want to make them earn it from the perimeter, as long as it's not Clarkson beating you from there.
Obano makes the first free throw, coming down to 10 points. This is his last 2 free throws before this trip. Again, only 1 for 2. Feel the anxiety, feel the emotion from this home crowd. The Italians have never lost to the Philippines in a FIBA World Cup. Being guided by Renzo Bandux. This pump fakes. Well, he fakes a pass. He'll take a 3. No good on that one. Deuce secures a rebound. Now they can push this. Jumar trying to post up here. AJ Edu's got a mismatch, but he's got to try and post up better. Reynolds pump fakes. Tries another 3. 3 is up. No good. His ball. That's another turnover yet again. You know, Jumar's just got to go up with that.
Yeah, shuffling the feet there. Nice job on the offensive rebound, and you're right. He just needs to go right directly back up with it.
Missouri with the cushion. 22 points is a deficit that the Philippines will need to come back from this one. Italians last summer, not sure what happened there, but now they can push this one. Blocks it. Well, look out below. Taka B. Counted. And you can see that one. Blocks is going to go to the free throw line here for the 3-point play. Well, when you look at your watch here in Manila, you want to say, Anong oras na ngayon. It's got to be Jordan Clarkson time, baby. He's got to step up and take over. Jordan Clarkson, Mabuhay says, welcome to Manila. Timeout now called by Gianmarco Bezzecco. Clarkson potentially has a chance to cut this down to a 7-point ball game. Let's listen now to what Bezzecco has to say.
Dobbiamo riuscire a rubare qualche canestro anche da sotto. Ok? Ok, guys?
Oh, qua anticipa solo Stefano, va bene?
Allora, oh,
È quello della rimessa.
Oh, quello che fa la rimessa e non è Clarkson, marca Clarkson qui insieme all'altro e la facciamo prendere a un altro. L'unica cosa che facciamo.
Well, Clarkson so far, as he's done every game, led the Philippines. Found it tough in Angola, but there's a big time dunk there. That just got the home crowd really into the game for this one.
Yeah, strong finish there from Clarkson, and maybe that will spark them a little bit. They've seemed a little flat in the second quarter, haven't found that same rhythm that they had in the first quarter in terms of offensively moving the ball, finding quality shots.
So Johnson now to make this a 3-point play. 1:42 to go. 7 points so far and 3 assists, but You know, you mentioned the Italians very much do the same as the Angolans. They understand after seeing that game against the Dominican Republic, you know, the Philippines really have a system that's based around one player.
Yeah, absolutely. I would expect every team to be looking to trap or keep the ball out of Clarkson's hands, make some of these other players beat you.
Clarkson converts a three-point play. The Italians still leading by 7. But we fouled out in the opening game against the Dominican Republic. Tony against happened time at time. Kicks out Fontecchio, finds Spisu, another 3. Yeah, it's just beautiful ball movement from the Azzurri.
Yeah, great ball movement there, but the breakdown starts with Tonuc. Again, you need to just cushion him, understand where his strengths lie.
Clarkson hesitated now, pulls up in the mid-range, takes this one. And Jordan Clarkson stepping up big time. You're absolutely right. Stefano Toni, 3 times we've seen it now, faking ball screens, crossing over. He wants to go left. There's a kick out. Tonin, he'll try a 3-pointer. He can make these and does just that. And at the moment, well, get your umbrellas out because the Azzurri are just making it rain from downtown.
Yeah, Tonuc definitely hearing me say to make him beat you from the outside. So big cushion there. Tonuc knocking it down, though. Credit to him.
Well, John Reyes has got a problem right now. His team currently trailing here by 11 points. Let's go and listen to what he has to say.
And then, when we get there, okay, we're white. Okay, we're white. So only one tagger. One guy is here. Yeah, only one guy is here for the kick out. Okay? The big discipline in the offense. Thank you so much. Same thing, huh? Jesus man sets a screen for JC. Okay? And then let's play one stop. Come on, come on. Let's go.
Well, there you can see the points tracker. Simone Fontecchio, 6 points in the first, 8 in the second. I mean, it's a battle of the Utah Jazz. No doubt many fans back in Salt Lake City are watching this game.
No, I'm sure that they are, and I'm sure they're happy to see Fontecchio finally starting to make some of these 3-point shots. Strong start for both these players.
It's got to be a big response here from the Philippines. Trailing by 11. Last time Gilas played the Italians at the 2019 FIBA World Cup, it was an absolute calamity. Clock's a potential 2-for-1 now for Gilas. Getting away with a travel there, surely. Finds Abando. Abando down the middle. Looks like a chill drop and a nice drive there by Renzo Abando.
Yeah, and I like that, you know, Clarkson as the primary ball handler is going to draw that double team, allow him to kick it out, and then these guys need to be aggressive in attacking these closeouts.
5 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Single-digit lead right now for the Azzurri. They're looking to isolate. Think the pop now is stiff. Melli pulls up mid-range. Can't get it. That hits the top of the backboard. Now Croxton's got 5 seconds. Has to push this one. Trying to go the way. Hangs up in the air. Almost got it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is indeed the Italians who lead this one 48-39 against Gilas Pilipinas in this final group stage matchup of Group A in the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, it's kind of as expected. You know how good of a team the Italians are, but you know, Gilas at times have battled back.
Well, I really like the way they started the game. You know, I saw probably the best chemistry we've seen up to this point from that starting group. They're really moving the ball. And then when they got into the second quarter, just more of the same issues we've seen previously, trying to figure out a way that they can score when Clarkson doesn't have the ball in his hands. I think it's going to be tough if they're just going to put him in the corner, have him be more of a decoy type player.
9 3-point field goals for the Italians, only 6 for the Philippines. You know, relatively equal on the rebounds, but 6 more assists for that matter. But Simone Fontecchio, he has found his rhythm. He is looking so confident when every time he's got the ball in his hands.
Yeah, no question, and finally shooting the ball well from 3. He's had some good looks in the previous games, just wasn't able to knock those down.
We're going to take a look at the game tracker between the two highlights, and no doubt it's going to be between the Utah Jazz duo, teammates in the NBA, but now competitors here at the FIBA World Cup. Clarkson right now 6 rebounds and 6 assists away from a potential triple-double.
Yeah, I mean, Clarkson, another solid performance from him. Again, I think Gilas has to figure out what they want to do when they move him off the ball. You know, maybe have him setting screens. If the team's going to be in these hard denials, it's an opportunity for him to be a screener. Let the Gilas guards get downhill and see how Italy adjusts to that.
Well, momentarily, we are going to look at the highlights here from the second quarter. Best plays. Spisu coming off one ball screen, finding Richie off the ball screens. Well, I mean, what was the terminology you gave that, the bounce pass?
Yeah, that's a beautiful pocket pass. So he's laying it right in the pocket there for Ricci. Really nice job there from Spisu.
But the perimeter shooting from the Azzurri, that's been something they struggle. I mean, think about it. If the Italians shot in this game the way they did in the Angolan game, yeah, this would be a much closer game probably.
Well, I mean, Italy struggled from 3 leading into this game. You know, just 21% in the first 2 games combined. You know, this first half, 9 for 21, 43%. So, you know, finding their rhythm a little bit here.
Well, Simone Fontecchio cooking so far, right in the face of his Utah Jazz teammate, Jordan Clarkson. And again, Fontecchio's got to keep playing with that confidence. A phenomenal player, great man who also played in Alba Berlin when you were coaching at Telecom Basketball. But look at this man here, Stefano Tonut, just looking like an absolute assassin every time he attacks the basket.
Yeah, Tonut having a great first half, not only drawing the assignment of Jordan Clarkson defensively, but on the other end, 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting.
Well, there was a big play by Jordan Clarkson coming up to steal there. Home crowd loving the occasion. Marcus Spisu getting the ball reversal and the wide open look and just punishing the Gilas defense. Oh, it's been fantastic stuff from these two teams. Gianmarco Bezzecco ejected in the game against Dominican Republic. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just over 11 minutes for the second half.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Nunes has it, takes the ball screen, turns the corner, goes inside, picks it back, throws it down, Hernan Gomez. Aggressive, throws it down, Nunes with a great assist.
This is extraordinary, and it's a tough shot. Take something like that, what a pass!
A Doncic dinner party, Doncic to Toby.
And he's loving his own work.
Nice a chance to lead the break. 2-on-1. Oh, what a block!
Yeah, Hollis Jefferson can create, so he's definitely going to put it up. The three, he's fouled! You cannot be serious! It takes an amazing athlete to make a play like that.
O'Hare driving baseline.
Wow.
Two-hand slam this time.
Oh. Talk about some bounce. Kubion with his head up around the rim on that two-hand dunk.
Fernandez goes upstairs. Garuba. No.
Hanging on the rim.
Antetokounmpo has something that he can brag about in the Bucks locker room.
All the defensive work, and Slovenia gets the ball back. Ventaze. Doncic slips past him, and it counts. Luka Doncic unstoppable through the lane.
And Taze, he did the right thing. Make Luca beat you off the dribble rather than just standing back, so he closes out. Now this is going to be capable. Just Sengalia doesn't quite get there, moving to his right, doesn't get there with it in time.
Now quickly, they're not going to block this. Oh, he does. Unbelievable block from Jackson. Kind of glances off the rim to Aguari. Nice bounce pass. Holy cow.
What a finish. He just elevated above everyone. Left-hand throw down. That is a highlight for Hollis Jefferson.
Way in the flush. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, Basel fans. Welcome back, Basel fans. Second half about to get underway here between Gilas Filipinas and Italy in this final group stage match of the 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup. Well, coach, 9 3-pointers coming from the Italians. They look like they're in control of this one.
Yeah, you know, they found their shooting stroke that's been missing those first 2 games, creating a lot of great looks through their ball movement. And for Gilas, they've got to find that rhythm that they showed in the first quarter. You know, really nice job with that starting unit of moving the ball, finding some quality shots for everybody. Second quarter starting to bog down a little bit.
Again, the Italians moving the ball very well. Simone Fontecchio leading the way for them, 14 points. I mean, you know, it's interesting. We saw already both him and Jordan Clarkson are teammates for the Utah Jazz at the moment. It's like they're the most productive players on their teams. You got to think, if you're currently back in Salt Lake City, you're liking what you're seeing here at the FIBA World Cup.
Well, I'm sure they are. You know, 2-star players here for their respective national teams. For Fontecchio, I think it's great for him to see the ball finally going in. Had been struggling from 3. Leading into this game, but finally found his stroke.
Well, the key thing is for them making sure they maintain the pressure. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, momentarily we will be back here. There's a QR code for the FIBA Basel World Cup. And at the moment, you can download that on your phone and your smartphone, your tablet, your Android to get the best news stats and highlight that matter to you most. At the moment, it is going to be Philippines return to the court to take on the Italians. Well, coach, you know, for this game, it's going to be very tough here in the second half. The Philippines have to take care of a lot of areas that they need to improve.
No, absolutely. They have to find the same offensive rhythm that they had in that first quarter. It's got to be done with more than just Clarkson. But if they're going to put Clarkson off the ball, I think they have to explore different things with him. Maybe have him setting step-up screens, see if he can ghost out of that, cause a little bit of confusion for the Italian defense.
Italians getting the first possession now, trying to get something going. Marcus Spicer curling in the backcourt. Finds Polonara. Polonara for the 3-pointer. Again, that's just bully basketball there from Fontecchio, but it will be Gilas ball. You know, one thing the Italians have done a very good job is this full-court man-to-man pressure. At times, the Philippines have looked very, in this case, they get it in fine, but you know, they've almost thrown it away at times.
Yeah, definitely had some success there after free throws.
A.J. Edu now, trying to look for a handoff. Down to Juma Fajardo, got it by Nicola Melli. Trying to bully his way. Strong move by Juma Fajardo, and that's a good response by the big man.
Yeah, great to see that. Really strong post move and a solid possession there from Gilas. They need to get to that half-court action a little bit more.
Fontecchio guarded by Dwight Ramos. Ramos now. Tonu coming off the ball screen, getting the ball reversal. Fontecchio takes a tough 3-pointer right in the face of Ramos, can't get it. And the Philippines come up with it. 20 points is the deficit if you think about it. Hold away, Clarkson laying that one up, and all of a sudden, the Philippines starting to believe in themselves slightly better.
Yeah, great take there, and really started with their defense. Nice closeout from Ramos on Fontecchio, leading to the fast break for Clarkson.
So look at a bit of time and space. Takes a mid-range, and again, just kisses that one off the backboard.
Yeah, Tonu picking up where he left off in the first half, having a great game here.
Again, this is where the Philippines do struggle with their offense. Ramos is going to get called. No, he saved that one. That's got to be about, you know, it's offenses like that. You got to say, coach, it's just it's unacceptable at times.
Yeah, you know, that's where the frustration lies. When Clarkson goes off the ball, a lot of times it's breaking down. They've got to find just 1 or 2 sets they feel comfortable in. If they want him to be off the ball, that's fine, but they've got to have actions that involve him.
Spisu coming up the ball screen. Goes in the lane now. Polonara going in. Lays that one up. That's just too easy there. Clarkson looking to isolate. Finds Dwight Ramos. There's nowhere to go here. Clarkson just standing still. Finds Juma. 7 here on the shot clock. Pagoy, again, made it look too easy. Polonara kicking out to Fontecchio. Finds Tonud. 9 points is a deficit. 21 the mountain to climb here for the Philippines. They must win by 12. Tonud going for the reverse slam, and again, he's just taken the entire Gilas defense to school. And again, you can just feel the disappointment, the anguish, and anxiety from the home crowd.
Yeah, Tonud's really having his way with this Gilas defense. Been able to go by his guy almost all game long. Really just the 1-3. I think even though he knocked down that 1 3-pointer, they have to live with him out on the perimeter. Can't allow him to continuously beat them like that.
Well, Chot Reyes, a lot to think about in this timeout with his team. He's got to make sure defensively they tune it up. They trailed out by 11, 23 on the night. Let's listen now to Coach Chot.
Set the screen. Jumar. Okay, and go to the post. Get the ball to Jumar. AJ. Flare screen. Flare screen, huh? Flare screen. No more baseline drives. No baseline drives.
Well, timeout there for Chot, trying to get the message across to his players. Again, Nicolo Melli, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists away from a triple-double. But, you know, the Italians, they got to win here tonight. Well, I mean, they don't have to, but they don't want to allow the Philippines to win by 12.
Yeah, I mean, you know, every point matters. Even if it doesn't get to the point differential, these wins carry over to the second round. So, you know, for right now, Gilas just trying to find a way to climb back into this game. I don't think they can worry about the margin of victory.
Ramos coming off one screen, hangs up there, goes up, gets you at one. And Dwight Ramos will go to the free throw line here for the three-point play.
And you see Gilas finally using the action I've been talking about, where they have Clarkson setting the step-up screen. So if Italy's going to deny him like that, turn him into a screener, see if you can get your guards downhill from that.
Well, Chot's now to make this a 7-point deficit yet again. Oh, excuse me, an 8-point deficit. So Ramos makes the free throw. Italians lead by 8, 20 points on the night if you think about it. Philippines must win by 12. Ellie getting a handoff now. Fontecchio goes up. Foul has been called, but what a block shot there by AJ Edu.
Yeah, really nice rotation here from Edu. Ramos can't bail him out like that. Once he's beaten, he's got to trust the baseline help rotating over. Kind of a silly foul there from Ramos.
Well, 2 free throws coming up for Simone Fontecchio. And a chance now to extend the Italians' lead. Fontecchio makes the first one. Makes them both. 10-point lead to the Italians. Mountain to climb now for Gilas. Ramos coming off one ball screen. Trying to take on Tonud there. Doesn't get the right angle on it. And an easy rebound secured by the Azzurri. You know, one thing we've seen time and time again in all the games, you know, the Philippines don't get enough offensive boards.
Yeah, well, you know, they went back to that step-up screen with Clarkson setting. I do think it's an interesting look, but it really should be the starting point of their offense. Doesn't necessarily mean that the guard goes downhill and shoots it immediately.
Bogoy finding Ramos. Wide open. Three is up the corner. Three is good. Well, Dwight time. Nailed the big shot.
Yeah, great ball movement there. Good extra pass to find Ramos in the corner.
Back to a 7-point deficit. Spisu now. He's responded each time. The Philippines have made a three-pointer. And Marco Spisu silences the home crowd.
Yeah, big three there. Shooting the ball really well this game from the perimeter.
Now Clarkson tries a three. Can't get it. They do battles for the offensive board, but nobody else with him. The Missouri have never won the FIBA World Cup. Finds Melly in the lane. Melly throws it down. I think Melly probably could have gotten an and one there because there was slight two hands in the back by Jumar Fajardo.
Yeah, and he's asking for a sub, it looked like, when he came out from that Spanish pick and roll action, giving him the clean look.
Well, turns it over. Italians have numbers. Polonara, Fontecchio, corner, three. Doesn't get it. That would have been big for the Italians. Leading by 12 right now. Foul committed by Ara Bogoy.
Yeah, and you see Melly coming out here. I saw him asking for a sub. You'll see it here. Push in the back. Not sure exactly what happened.
There's a two-handed jab by Nicolo Melli.
Yeah, right away asking for the sub.
Well, hopefully he's okay. I think Stefano Tona has to get maybe a bit of blood on his arm or something.
Well, that might be the only way to stop him the way he's been playing this game.
Well, hopefully some of the Philippine players didn't get a manicure anytime soon, because as you mentioned, Stefano Tona has been very much unstoppable here in this game. Paolo wide open, takes another three-point again. The Italians exemplifying the dominance from the perimeter. They have been on fire so far.
Yeah, Giles went with the switch there. That's gonna be hard for Jumar to have any chance out in the perimeter.
Clarkson passing into traffic, puts up a teardrop. Nice response. Running it down to a 13-point deficit. Still a mountain to climb here for the Philippines. Missouri have been on fire right now. They have looked like the normal self. Fontecchio kicks out. Oh, Richie left wide open, uncontested. Rebound secure by Jumar. Clarkson foul is going to be called against Paola.
Yeah, I think Giles dodged a bullet there, so they're still going to this 1-5 switching, even though Jumar was on the court. You can see him coming out now, but got a little lost in all those switches, gave up the wide open corner three. Italy just not able to knock it down.
Well, there you can see 14 points so far for Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson looking to isolate, finds Renzo Bondo. Bondo looking to attack. This little jumper, gets his own rebound. Go for the handoff here. 6 seconds. Bondo's got to get something going. Pulls up for a three-pointer, big three. Can't get it, but again, nobody really contesting for offensive boards. Well, this should be a mismatch here for Simone Fontecchio. Kicks out, finds Tona. Time slowly swindling down here for the Azzurri. Quick three by Fontecchio and a camel. It looked good. Ramos looking to push this one. Finds A.J. Adu with a layup. Well, I think he took off a little too far, but you know the home crowd was expecting him to throw that one down.
Yeah, nice transition push there from Ramos. A lot of bodies down on the other end, recognizing they had numbers advantage there, and Adu running the lane.
Well, the elevation on this young man. Was Carl Anthony Towns that said A.J. Adu made him a better player when he defended Cat in that first game. And what an accolade to receive from a three-time NBA All-Star.
Yeah, and Gillis going really small here, been switching 1 through 5, probably looking to try to create some turnovers, maybe get some easy offense out of that.
Paola here in the backcourt. The Italians leading by 11. 23 in total if you think about the deficit. The Philippines must win by 12. 5 here for Stefano Tonut. Kicks out. Polonara struggled so far this evening. And that's going to be an offensive foul surely against Tonut. And the home crowd starting to applaud. An ironic cheer, I think.
Yeah, I think Tonut arguing that he was pushed in the back. And that's what led to the foul. But a solid possession there from Gillis. I like this unit. A little more athleticism on the floor. I think the switching is making them more aggressive defensively. They just have to make sure they're able to rebound.
Well, we got to get the ball inbound as well. That's been a problem for them so far. At times looking a little bit lost. They've got to cut this down as much as possible because it's still a big mountain to climb for them. Clarkson splits the defense. Finds AJ Edu. Can't finish. Double team's getting ready for Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson down the middle. Finds AJ Edu again. And Edu goes up. He gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. But you like to see Jordan Clarkson attack the gaps and facilitate for his big man.
Yeah, it's a really nice drop-off pass there from Clarkson. I still think they're better with him as the primary ball handler. As we see here on the foul, you know, he knows he's going to get trapped, and obviously he's used to being a primary scorer. Might have to shift over to being a little bit more of a facilitator for this group, but just feel when he's off the ball, they lack enough creators. Their offense sometimes can get stagnant in the half court.
Well, AJ Edu currently the free throw line, makes the first one. This Gilas team, if they want to fight for any hope of making it into the crossover, the classification round, is looking more likely for them, but they've got to come back. At the moment, it's a 22-point cushion for the Italians as Gilas must win by 12 points after the Dominican Republic defeated Angola. And Edu makes both of them. Well, Gilas going on a 6-0 run, coach. They've got to maintain this pressure going forward.
Yeah, and this group, you know, has found some defensive chemistry, so I think the switching has really kind of brought them to life, forced them to communicate, allows them to be a little more aggressive.
Kicking this one out to Gigi. To Tomei. Goes up. Corner. One more pass. Good ball. Richie gets a three-pointer. 3 is up. And that is just a heartbreaker. And beautiful ball movement by the Azzurri.
Yeah, great ball movement there. Finding Richie at the top of the key. And that's what he does best. Catch and shoot threes.
Moxley goes in the lane. Puts up a jump hook. And he's going to go back to the free throw line. Small point lead to the Italians. Look, people need to understand when he plays in the NBA, he has more options around him. Right now, he is the only scoring option facilitated for this team. So for other teams' defense, it's really easy for them to break this team down.
Yeah, no question. And you know, also the spacing so much different in the international game. Court more compact, no defensive 3 seconds. So Clarkson, you know, normally able to see driving lanes that now just aren't there for him.
Well, JC makes it 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 16 points to Jordan Clarkson. Only got it by Clarkson. Finding the Tomei running around the screens, takes a 3, can't get it. Alonso secures a rebound. Nowhere to go here. Now we're under 2 minutes. Finding Clarkson, backdoor 3, puts it up, can't get it. That would have been big for Gilas. Now 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Look at the dump down. Richie in the lane gets rejected. Well, my goodness gracious. Renza Bondo just making a statement block there. Well, Richie, oh baby, get out of here. Renza Bondo said, Magandanga beats a Richie. Pa'alam, goodbye. This is my house.
for Lucas.
8 seconds now here. Trying to inbound this one. Finds the Tomei. And she finds Payola. A few seconds now. 3 again. The shot clock and a dagger there by Payola. And this Italian team, they continue to break the hearts of these Filipino fans.
Yeah, and we see CJ Perez in for the first time this game. Clarkson on the bench for this final minute.
Well, what a response there by Jamie Malonzo. Again, not the right shot selection, but he's lucky he made that one.
Yeah, not exactly playing to his strengths there, but with this lineup right now, they got to figure out some way to put the ball in the basket.
Speaks to another 3-point, doesn't get it. Rebound secured by Malonzo. Malonzo looking to push. Finds Ramos. Look for a handoff now with CJ Perez. 10 here on the shot clock for Gilas. Malonzo down the middle. Finds Aguilar and an offensive foul. Good defense. Well, Sean Reyes, I don't think you can use a coach's challenge on that. I mean, he's way outside the semicircle, so definitely nowhere near the protected area.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice job of Melly there to establish position and rotate it up. No question that that's a charge there.
Well, you always knew coming into this game the style of the Filipino national team, very reminiscent of the PBA basketball against one of the top teams in FIBA Eurobasket. It's always going to be a tough challenge, but this is something we talked about 4 years ago, Coach. The Philippines struggling immensely in that group with Serbia, your former team Angola, something that they should have prepared for years to come. A good defense by Alonso. Last seconds, Payola, 3, got it. Buona notte, molto grazie, signore Payola. That is a big-time three-pointer, a dagger. Well, I tell you what, you could just feel the anxiety, the anguish from this home crowd, Coach. That's just big time. 3 punti, per favore.
Yeah, big 3 there from Pajola. Obviously a dagger in the hearts of these Gilas fans, trying to steal a few minutes with Clarkson on the bench. Instead, they go down 13.
Allora, dopo che segniamo, quello che fa la rimessa,
well, here are some of the key highlights from the third quarter. Gilas got off to a 4-0 start. The Italians, due to their basketball superiority, just breaking down the Gilas defense. Chuma Fajardo, it was a nice post move against Nicolo Melli, but we just haven't seen enough of it.
Yeah, and Jumar had a really productive game against the Dominican Republic. Gives them a low post option when they need to settle things down, especially if Clarkson's out of the game.
Well, there's the play by Polonara going down. It's like a little sky dream hook there by Achille Polonara. Well, Melli down the middle. I'd say Juma was very lucky on that play, Coach.
Yeah, and you saw him ask for a sub immediately after. I was a little concerned he might have gotten injured, but back in the game, seems like he's okay.
Well, the Philippines now, first of all, use that QR code to download Courtside 1891. Get all the best streams, scores, and schedules, and add it to your most for the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
And Gilas staying small here right now.
Perez coming off one ball screen. Looking for an isolation. Kicks out of Renzo Bando. Alonso goes for a tough, long two-point shot. That is just way off the mark.
Yeah, those are the possessions you just have to value more. The step back long two from Alonso, that's not his game at all.
Well, the Tomei pulls up for a three-pointer, can't get it. The foul is going to be called against Jordan Clarkson for the hold on the box out. Well, they can feel very confident right now that, you know, in reality, they have a 25-point cushion, even though they're only leading by 13 points.
Well, you know, the wins carry over, so, you know, the point margin, obviously, for moving on is important, probably more so, you know, for Italy. But for the Philippines right now, you know, the Asian teams have not been winning games, so they've just got to think about winning, even if it's by 1 point.
Well, the key thing in Okinawa was Japan picking up a very big victory against Finland. You're talking about, you know, because remember, it's top European 2 teams, top as well as the Americas, but, you know, there's only going to be the top Asian team that will finish that spot. Everyone else will obviously have to go through the Olympic qualifiers, excuse me.
That's correct, and Japan, the only Asian team to win a game so far. So, you know, obviously you want to think about winning the World Cup, but I think for some of these teams, realistically, you really are trying to figure out how to get to the Olympics and understanding what the other teams are doing, what the point differential is. A lot of that stuff comes into play.
It's now a 15-point deficit. Philippines, I think, really after that game against Dominican Republic, just got figured out by the other teams. Understanding that there wasn't really much of a structure. The foul is going to be called against Gigi Totome. You know what's interesting as well, you have 2 other Filipino point guards who probably could have helped this team out that play in the Korean Basketball League. RJ Abedientos and SJ Belengel. You know, 2 point guards that play at a very high level, as does Renz Abando. You know, Renz didn't play a lot in the first 2 games. It wasn't until the latter stages of the Angola game that we could really see how great a player he is. I think there's been so many, you know, we talked about it, so many people you can choose to play in this team, and some players aren't here.
Well, you know, I think that's been the issue, is trying to find an identity as a group. It seems like almost game to game, you know, they're trying to figure things out within the course of the game. And if a team takes away Clarkson, you know, trapping as we see here, they need to have some sort of response to that.
Harris wide open, doesn't get it. Oh, think about it, you got the Nieto brothers, Carl Tamayo. You know, a lot of good players that could have featured at this World Cup that we saw in 2021 FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers for Gilas Pilipinas. You know, one of the good things about the young players back in 2020-21 era, you know, you saw Dwight Ramos, you know, going to play in the Japanese B League. You saw a lot of these young Filipino players coming from Ateneo de La Salle University, you know, going and exploring Pasha's Green where they could learn more about the international game. Yeah, we're not seeing them represent for Gilas right now.
Yeah, you know, hopefully some of these younger players will be able to step up for their national team moving forward.
Well, Melly pick a pop down the middle, finds Spisu. Spisu step back 3 right in the face of Perez, and he sinks out one. That's a big-time 3-pointer by a big-time player. Well, just like he did to Serbia last summer at the FIBA Eurobasket, Spisu just putting the final touch on the painting there for the Italians.
Yeah, big shot there from Spisu. Really nice kick out. The Italian team doing a great job of moving the ball and seeing those 3-pointers finally go in for them.
Well, time on out to Chop Reyes. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Okay, Dwight brings the ball up, huh? Dwight brings the ball up. Okay, Dwight.
Well, here are some of the key highlights right now. Spisu with that massive dagger. Well, he's been terrific tonight, hasn't he, Coach?
Yeah, really picking up where he left off in the last game, 4 for 6 from 3 in this one. You know, he's been known as a shooter throughout. He's had some really big games, especially in the Eurobasket from last summer.
Well, the Italians' perimeter shooting, they've struggled immensely in their first 2 games, but the game when Gilas needed a win was the game that the Italians decided to open up the Mediterranean Ocean and just started to sink the threes left, right, and center.
Yeah, and they've got to feel good about that. You know, sometimes it starts to creep into your head, affects your confidence a little bit. They have good shooters on this team. Just for whatever reason, we're not making those looks earlier in this tournament.
Well, there is the score and production by Marcus Spisu. What a game he's had so far in this for the Azzurri. 13 big points. And they are being led by Simone Fonseca with 16. Well, the Philippines at the moment. And Alonso just throwing it away, expecting A.J. Edu to cut down baseline, but it's just poor communication.
Yeah, and that's the difficulty. When Clarkson's off the ball, Gillis struggling to produce quality shots.
Well, Spisu going for the dagger pass, but put a little bit too much on that one. Ramos crossing over. Where to go now? We're just trying to keep Jordan Clarkson away from getting the ball. Ramos step back, three-pointers up, no good. Rebound secured. Malonzo fighting for it, diving on the floor. And that's going to go back to Gilas.
Yeah, great effort there from Alonso. That's what he does best, athleticism, energy there. But we see the struggles once again. Gilas really not having structure there offensively, especially when Clarkson not able to get the ball in his hands.
Well, Kiefer Ravenna coming back in the game. Alonso going out, so going slightly even smaller here. Probably. It's almost like an AP chemistry exam, trying to figure out who's going to play power forward for the Philippines. Ravenna looking for a penetration. Ravenna goes up, tough one, can't get it. Bagoy, three, he'll fire it. And there's a follow-up by A.J. Edu, and that just slightly gets the crowd back in. 7 minutes to go, 16-point deficit. In 7 minutes, Gilas would have to come back by 28 points. Near looking impossible. Fontecchio finds Melli. Melli goes in and throws it down with a two-handed rim rocker.
Yeah, beautiful drop off there from Fontecchio, drawing the help from the big man.
Looking for the backdoor play. Ramos finding A.J. Edu. Edu goes up, and a foul is going to be called against Payola. So 2 free throws going up for A.J. Oh, look at the dump down. Melli just rips around the ring. And you can just hear the home crowd. That's Melli time right there, inside the Filipino paint.
Yeah, really nice play there from Fontecchio. Good to see him find his rhythm after the struggles in the first 2 games with his outside shooting. Obviously, they need him to be a star for them to have a chance of winning this World Cup.
Well, the last time the Italians met the Filipinos, or Gilas Pilipinas, at the FIBA World Cup was in 2019. It was the opening game for them, in which that was a dominant display by Marco Bellinelli, Gigi Datome, as well as Gallinari. But it's a new Italian team, still with Datome's leadership, but with Spisu and Simone Fontecchio. Fontecchio curls the screen. Under 6.5. Payola finding Spisu. Time winding down here for the Italians. Fontecchio step back, deep three, takes it. Can't get it, but the rebound has been secured by Clarkson. Clarkson trying to put the moves on. Pulls up from inside the paint. A mid-range shot. That is good by JC.
Yeah, really tough finish there. Payola with some very solid defense, but Clarkson's too good there.
Well, 18 points for Jordan Clarkson. That's going to be the 4th final foul for the Gilas players to give away before they send the Italians to the free throw line. And now Stefano Tunut coming back into the game. It's Payola just taking a breather. Well, Spisu trying to find a dump down pass to Richie, but that goes out of bounds, so the Philippines will get it back, trailing by 15 with 5:51 to go.
And you see Gilas going back to the 1-5 switching there. Had some success. They're going to have to figure out something, though. Try to force some turnovers, maybe a little bit of trapping, maybe some full court pickups.
Ravenna in the backcourt along with Dwight Ramos. Ramos hangs in the air and he gets the and one, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be against Richie. Well, that is a big time play by Dwight Ramos, and now we got a timeout here as he's cut it down to only 13 points.
All right, it's time for our Sherman J. DJ Smoke in the house! And now it's on the men's battle.
Perez running out of answers right now. And there you can see just the look on Chuck's face. Kind of says it all. The man who led Gilas to the final of the 2013 FIBA Asia Cup. Well, there is Gabe Norwood's wife and son currently watching on. Gabe currently sitting courtside somewhere here in the crowd. Well, there is the score in by quarters. That second quarter, that was the difference, Coach.
Yeah, and that's where we saw Gilas' offense kind of bogged down a little bit. They showed such good chemistry in that first quarter. Really the best basketball we've seen them play so far in this tournament. Kind of lost their way a little bit in that second quarter.
Well, and one potential here for Dwight Ramos. Make this, you can cut it down to a 12-point ball game. So far here in the game, the Philippines shooting 9 for 14 from the charity stripe. The Italians only missing 2 free throws all night as Ramos makes it. Home crowd trying to rally behind their team, trying to give them some belief. With a chance of defense. Melly down the lane, pump fakes. Oh, it's got to be a traveling violation, surely. Oh, Richie, deep three, and again, well, Coach. I don't know if he's trying to fly Melly Airlines, but definitely got travel like that in the paint.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker there. Probably was a travel he got away with.
Blocks it from the mid-range, can't hit it. Minutes ago. Italians back up by 15 points. Speaks running circles. Melly getting the post up here. Goes to mid-range against AJ Edud. Can't get it. Rebound secured by Gilas. Fox and go baseline. Been heavily defended. Ramos now takes a Hail Mary three. It's up and it's no good. And when the threes don't drop for Gilas, the identity of their offense just completely disintegrates.
Well, and that's the the shot recognition that's kind of lacking there for this Gilas team. They got to know what a good possession is for them, what the roles are for each player.
A pick and roll play. She looking a handoff. Spinning around, goes up. Good defense by Ravenna. And now Gilas with a chance to break. Blocks and pulls up three, but it's just too short. I feel like the Italians want to get this game over and done with just as much as the Filipinos right now. I mean, no team right now mentally exhausted here. Fontecchio baseline. Tough move there by Simone Fontecchio.
Yeah, great take there from Fontecchio. You do see the Italians laboring a little bit. A lot of big minutes for their starters in this game.
Ravenna down the middle. Finds Pagoy. He'll fire up a three. Again, he'll sink that one in the corner. And cuts it down to a 14-point ball game. Sean Reyes has got to be thinking now. The time they had from 2019 to this FIBA World Cup. They had plenty of time for preparation. It's just been the same story for Gilas Pilipinas as Richie. Another three-pointer wide open again. He continues to pile on the pressure. This Italian team, they have been phenomenal here this evening. 17 three-point field goals for Italia. As Ravenna tries to respond, he hits another one. That's incredible as well. I mean, the three-point shooting in this game, Philippines have made 10 three-point field goals.
Yeah, I mean, both teams really shooting the ball as well as they have this whole tournament. For Gilas, it's been the other things. Second chance points, especially Italy, 21-10 there.
Sbisu pulls off in the mid-range. Can't fire that one. 14 points, still the difference. Clarkson gets bumped. I think the home crowd maybe have wanted an unsportsmanlike foul, but the foul had already been called. But 2 free throws coming up for Jordan Clarkson. Well, that is a typical Kiefer Ravenna three-pointer. You'll probably see that in the Japanese B-League, while you'll see this man, Richie, in the Euro League. 27 three-pointers combined between Italy and the Philippines here this evening. Clarkson just getting a free throw. I mean, his shot has looked a little bit flat here tonight.
Well, I'm sure his legs are starting to wear. I mean, he's had to carry a big load for them. Need to see some kind of pressure here from Gilas. I expect them in a full court, try to get, you know, at least one trap here, see if they can force a turnover.
Well, Clarkson now 20 points in this evening, 3 rebounds and 4 assists away from a triple-double. And at the moment, his team trail by 12 and 24 points. And we're under 2.5 here in the fourth quarter. Spisu, the crowd clearly wanting a double dribble, but Clarkson comes up with it. Trying to push, but no energy in the tank so far. Clarkson trying to go all the way, hangs up in the air. It's got to count. Yeah, it's going to be an and one. I don't think that was going in, actually.
No, that should be a good basket. Because of the foul, you're not able to knock it off, so they should count this.
So big decision now for Martin Kovzlaskis and Johan Rosa, our referees. But does hit the backboard, yeah. I didn't know why he did it. It was on its way out.
This should be a good basket here.
Well, they can review this if they need to, but yeah, I think Martin Kovzlaskis is saying it's going to count. So basket will count. And one here for Jordan Clarkson. I mean, coach, why? Why?
Yeah, you know, I guess he's not anticipating the foul being called. So the foul is what makes it the goaltend. So had there not been the foul, he is able to take that off the rim.
Well, they are actually going to review the. Oh no, the Italians are going to challenge this.
Basket. The ball touched the ring. Yeah, but the ball touched the ring after the foul. He cannot interfere with the ball. Now touch the ring. Now it take out the ball. So if it's a basket interference. After review, we remain with the decision. Basket count.
Basket. Still counted. You called it. So that makes it a 10-point ball game, but still a 22-point deficit with 2:06 to go. And the Italians, it's fair to say, well on their way.
Well, you know, again, for Gilas, you know, obviously winning by 12 is probably not realistic, but they still have a chance of winning the game, and that one win is huge for them. That's going to put them in a tie, you know, overall for the Asian team. So I'm sure they're looking at it from that standpoint. Should see pressure again here after the free throw, see if they can create turnovers.
Home crowd now trying to rally. 9-point deficit. Here comes a double team. Shots of defense all over the Aranetsa Coliseum. Spisu running around ball screens. Finds Edu, turns it over now. Finds Malonzo, look out below. Well, lost his balance in the end, but now it's a 7-point ball game. China is just slightly choking under pressure here. Listen to this home crowd. Good defense by Ravenna. Well, it's going to be a sideline ball to the Italians. And they're also getting ready to make a change. I think he just lost his footing there because you know Jamie Malonzo would definitely want to throw that one down. Oh, interesting. I think they're going to maybe think about reviewing this, I guess. Home crowd rallying behind their home team. Well, they're going to look now, so let's listen to what Johan Rosso and Martin Kozlovskis have to say.
Slowly. So we have a white touch. Let's see if he touches the leg or not. It's not touching, so we remain. After review, the out of bounds is confirmed. It will be blue ball side out.
Well, this is going to stay as the Italians ball on the sideline. As you mentioned, Coach, the likelihood of finishing second is not going to happen, but the importance of trying to make sure for 1 minute and 30 seconds they try to come back and win is for the sake of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're aware of that.
An offensive foul, choking under intense pressure. The Italians, you can just see it right now, the Coliseum, or the Filipino Coliseum, that is. Well, that is the 5th and final foul here by Richie. He's out of here. So Achille Polonara has to come back into the game for the Italians. Under 90 seconds to go. Filas trailing by 7. Trying to go to pick and roll here. Clarkson trying to attack the basket. Goes up in the air, goes up, doesn't get it. And again, that is costly. Made that it's a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, they're going to need to trap here. They can't just sit back, I think, and play this whole shot clock.
Finding Spissu. Coming off one screen. Pump fakes. Fontecchio step back, fade away. Can't get it. Got to be quick here now. No time to waste. Probably should think about going for a three-pointer. There's a 3 by Ravenna. Ravenna puts it up. That might be all she wrote here tonight at the Araneta Coliseum. Foul committed by AJ Edu.
Knocking down number 34, AJ Edu. Penalty, that's his first.
2019, they finished dead last at the FIBA World Cup in China, knowing that they were going to be joint hosts along with Indonesia and Japan. 4 years of preparation building up to this. Tad Baldwin and John Wachiko, the assistant coach now, they worked with the Gilas team throughout the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. And that's when you start to see the young core of players coming out of the university system. Kai Soto, who at that time was playing at G League Ignite, but Dwight Ramos, Carl Tamayo, SJ Belengel, RJ Barrientos. That team as well went to the 2021 Pre-Olympic qualifiers. At the moment, it's looking like they're not going to pick up a victory here tonight. Definitely not going to be progressing in the FIBA World Cup. The last time the Philippines hosted the World Cup was in this Coliseum back in 1978, and even then they didn't win a game. So it's looking Road Warriors. But you would have thought coming into this World Cup there would have been better preparation as Ravenna goes in, gets a layup, and the 2 points will count. 7-point ball game. Marco Spizzi coming back in for the Italians.
Nice set there coming out of the timeout. A little handoff there, a weak side hammer set up for Clarkson to come to the corner. Ravenna able to get to the rim.
Spizzi will inbound this. The Italians currently with Alessandro Paiola and Simone Fonseca in the backcourt. Here comes the triple team. Italians looking to break this down. A few seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight. The Italians have been fantastic. Melli cross-court, Polonara. Spizzi, no man's land, takes it, doesn't get it, but at the end of this one, the Italians are going to take the victory 90-83 against the Philippines. What an unbelievable matchup we had here. The Italians now qualify for the crossover. They're going to finish in second place behind the Dominican Republic, while Philippines will finish dead last here in the group, just behind Angola. Well, they had some passages of good play, but, disappointing result here in the first 3 games of the Philippines.
Yeah, I really like the way they came out to start this game. I think the issues continue. They're just trying to figure out a way to find some consistency with their offense. Can't only be Clarkson, but, for Italy, they came alive from the 3-point line. So 90 points for them, 17 3-pointers made. Great for them to see that as they move into these important rounds.
Well, a team who struggled in their first 2 games from the 3-point line really turned things around and doing a much better job of hitting the shots from downtown. But it's just fair to say, Liazzurri in the mouth of the wolf in Bocca al Lupo is what did it. 2 missed free throws from the Italians, only 12 field goals, as we mentioned, from 2-point range. But it just was that kind of night. A phenomenal performance here, 35 rebounds. I mean, interesting, the Filipinos actually out-rebounded the Italians, something they've not done in the first 2 games.
Yeah, it was the second chance points, though. Although only 10 offensive rebounds for Italy, it seemed like whenever they got one, they scored something big from it.
Well, 23 points to Jordan Clarkson, 14 for Dwight Ramos. With just not enough scoring options. Ara Pagoy finished with 9, 3 3-pointers. It just wasn't enough in the end. Well, Dwight Ramos playing for Levenga Hokkaido. Those players will head out. Japan, the only Asian team who has a victory so far here at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Philippines are going to start thinking you've got to get more victories in the next round.
Yeah, and that next round becomes really important. Again, it's about trying to qualify for the Olympics. Your focus is there. You're starting to cross over with the other teams that also finished at the bottom of the group. So these are the games that you really need to win.
Well, a few plays in the fourth quarter. Marco Spizzi dagger of a 3-pointer right at the end of the shot clock. And a big-time play, to say the least. Home crowd now, of course, enjoyed every part of this occasion. That was a 3-pointer by Ara Pagoy, but the follow-up in the end by AJ Edu. Well, Eddie with a sit back there. And in the back, you can see the banner of the late, great Kobe Bryant. Mamba mentality tour Manila. Well, there was a throwdown by Melli off the backdoor play. Well, the dime coming from Simone Fonseca. Italians probably have regrouped after their disappointing defeat against the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I think they have to feel good about this. Obviously, a hard-fought win, but the biggest thing, sometimes just seeing the ball going to the net, it helps to restore your confidence. They do have good shooters on that team. For whatever reason, they've been struggling to make shots prior to today.
Well, Richie, who has struggled from the perimeter, had a very, very good perimeter shooting night here. Well, Fonseca making a contact. It's just bully basketball there from the Utah Jazz superstar. And that was Pagoy's 3-pointer in the corner. At that point, it was a consolation. The Philippines almost could have got back, but You know, the Italians, this team, 17 three-pointers, putting the rest of the world on notice. Could be meeting maybe Serbia, maybe Puerto Rico. We don't know who's going to maybe qualify for that top spot in Group A, or Group B, excuse me. Well, the Azzurri have done it. Qualify for that second spot. The crossover will go in their favor. The final standings here in Group A, Dominican Republic clean sweeping, followed up by the Italians. Angola and the Philippines, like they did in 2019, finishing in positions 3rd and 4th. We'll have to go through classification round. Well, Angola, with other African teams winning the other day, yesterday that is, it's looking bleak, but
Mi vedi?